It's Dead Cells, Corrupted Edition, as if you probably couldn't tell from the opening screen here. And this is going to be just about what it'll feel like to play this as well, as far as I'm concerned. I have done a little bit of run in this already at 0 cell difficulty, but that's boring. So I pumped it up to 2 cell difficulty, and I grabbed myself a decent little phaser here. Why? Because the phaser is grossly overpowered at the moment, and I said, you know what, I will do a run focused on that, just because, hey, that's pretty fun to do. And also, because this is something that I keep forgetting that I want to do. People wanted to see my stats for the game, so here you go. Pretty much what you'd expect for a lot of stuff. I am very bad at doing challenges. That's a 69-6 cursed chests. You can see I've already been to the 2 new areas and the repository of the Architects. The Corrupted Prison and the Corrupted Ramparts. Corrupted Edition is not just a name here. It is very much the 2 new, well, newish areas. They are based pretty obviously on the prison depths and the ramparts, and you'll be seeing that pretty soon here. And the repository of the Architects is the same old repository of the Architects. You can probably see me bumbling attempting to figure out some sort of puzzle that doesn't exist. But, yeah. Man, I've been to the ossuary a lot. Yeah, I thought I was going to crash there for a second. All the monsters that I've killed and that have killed me. Inquisitor's getting up there. Flying biters, surprising amount. Phasers, quite a few. Hey, have Inquisitors killed me? Oh, hey, Inquisitors have beaten out slashers for most kills. Jeez. Never been killed by a host zombie. I think that's because they're kind of newish. Well, that version of the host zombie is newish compared to the other ones. Also, 16,000 of the bats. Jeez. Of course, Pirate Captain's gotten a few. Those regular kind of host zombies, those are also not really in the... I think those are the ones that appear in the graveyard now. I'm not sure. Good stuff, good stuff. Tracker's still #1 killer. Hate those guys. Assassin... Let's see, I've gotten a lot better at fighting. Golem's still annoying. Lancer. Hand, which, well, you know, the save file resets as you... the alpha version updates, so I've obviously been killed way more than that. And then a few of the newish enemies that I'll be seeing soon enough. Periodic AoE. But anyway, so you can find all everything you need to know about the Corrupted Edition in the description, and yeah. Find everything you need to know about those things are so annoying. They are Volt zombies. They are extremely fast versions of zombies. You can't even roll past them without them taking a swipe at you and just totally, while doing a little bit of extra damage. It's not too bad. They're still zombies, but it's really obnoxious. But yes, check the description. You'll get all the information you need. Big ups to Ala, A-L-A-A-H, for posting on the Steam forums about this. Really happy to see that there is something that shows... Well, this is not exactly a mod that is new content. It is a mod that is a bunch of content that already exists in the game, but doesn't really exist in the game. Yeah, it's to the point that I'm just going to kill the Volt zombies that I see because they are so fast at killing you. And look at that, 1630 damage. Assassin's Dagger does 913. You'll see a little bit later what I'm talking about when I say that Phaser is currently grossly overpowered in this. But yes, these are things that already exist in the game, but then have been unlocked by savvy programmers here. Repository of the Architects. It is the same repository of the Architects. I'm just gonna die if I go down there, so there's no point in doing it. Oh, I hate those things. And this guy is a specific sort of zombie. He revives. Look forward to that, I'm sure, coming out a lot more when 5-cell difficulty happens. I already had floated in the comments last time that maybe enemies are just going to be straight up unkillable for 5-cell difficulty. And I think that there's more of a possibility of that than you'd think. I mean, there's just straight up red skeletons from Castlevania, no surprise. Oh, I should be going for brutality if I'm going to be focusing on... Look at that. Yeah, if I'm going to be focusing on... Idiot. I'm going to be focusing on using... Ah, so fast! I'm going to be focusing on using Phaser. I should be building more brutality, and I think that this is the ideal weapon to be using with this, so... Not bad. 2-cell difficulty is not going to be the most obnoxious... Oh, well, apparently those guys can still drop stuff even if they revive themselves. It still counts as a kill, apparently. Not sure what those things are called. Let's just say red skeletons, but... They work exactly the same way. After going down, they'll come right back up, fight you again. They're just regular zombies. Host zombies, almost, because they... What do I want? I think I'm just going to go with this because... Well, let's just say when you get to some of the new areas, it'll get rough. And I don't just mean the fact that they are very, very unfinished as of right now. Because it is... Oh, trust me, it's going to get funky. And you will see exactly what I'm... Grossly overpowered. Well, okay, that functions well, too. Let me see if I can get as many of those as possible to kind of show it off. Oh, right. I spent a long time trying to get Phaser to start with here. Oh, well, this isn't anything that's new right now. So, what I'm looking for is the prison depths. Oh, you can also find, if you don't want to watch through the entire thing, you can find timestamps in the description for all of your skip to the good part needs. Gotta be using that more. Yeah, if you wanna be very, like I said, very overpowered, it is doing way more damage than it really should right now. I'm just not showing that off very well because I don't use Phaser very often. Oh, okay, that was weird. And that's kind of why I don't like using Phaser all that often, because some unpredictable movement, to say. Sure, that projectile didn't follow any sort of laws of physics that I'm familiar with, but this is Dead Cells, so, you know, it could be something entirely different. Oh, come on! How many tonics and poison clouds do you think I need? Alright, so most of the new content is going to be in... sure. Get extra brutality for that. Most of the new content is going to be in the 2 new areas, the Corrupted Ramparts and the Corrupted Depths. Corrupted Prison also is what it's called. But it's also going to be in the castle, which has a few interesting type of enemies. I have seen all the new one. I did a basic run through. What I've been trying to do is, since the last video, I've been trying to get better at doing some of the 4-cell difficulties. My big plan was that, hey, maybe I'll be able to... Nope. Maybe I'll be able to do a 4-cell difficulty version of this. Oh, God, no, it's still so difficult. I'm doing better at it. It's certainly a mode of difficulty that you have to get used to more than anything else, but... There you are. These are still one-shot enemies. I'll take that. Oh, and I do have a few things left to... I have all of the new items, but they are not fully upgraded yet. Still need to... I'll probably... next time I'm at the Collector, I'll actually show that off a little bit. Check out the new icons for all of the items as well. Because I never showed that off in the first one. You got to see the Hayabusa gauntlets and the symmetrical lance. Oh, this is where I'm going, though. Should I go immediately, or should I try to grab, yeah, Corrupted Prison right there. Banners are not correct. Those are the ones for the promenade. Maybe I'll explore the rest of this area, see if I can grab a... Well, this is going to be an issue. Here, get over here. Hey! Oh, whoa. Hey. Okay, Phaser and done. I will take that instead. I think that's a pretty decent get. A lot of the issue that, what the, how do you guys get down here? I'm pretty sure that's not part of the Corrupted Edition here. But yeah, so a lot of the problems with 4-cell difficulty is getting used to it. It's not so much that it's going to be an impossible task to accomplish. It's just, it's almost the exact same thing as when I, come on. Nope. It's almost the exact same thing as when I was going through 3-cell difficulty for the first time, where newish level Chunklet, I don't know if this is in the alpha yet, but that's a tough one. Unless I was getting another Assassin's Dagger, I think I'm going to be keeping with this. It's clearly a decent item to take. Working very well with the phaser right now. Come on. Unfortunately, I don't think there are any changes on multiple boss cell difficulty. I'm just doing 2 to make it interesting, because 2 is more than 1. It's the largest number since the number 1. All right. I wonder if Corrupted mode also upped the amount of gold you get. I've been getting a lot here. But yeah, exact same deal with doing 3-cell difficulty, where, it used to be an insurmountable, insane, impossible task, and I've gotten used to it to the point that I'd say that I can pretty consistently beat a 3-cell mode on pretty much any route that I'm going to be taking. So it's a matter of time, and I'm still considering twin daggers. That could be. I really want to keep the Assassin's Dagger. It might be a little suboptimal, but I don't know. Another too low ceiling there. Ugh, no thanks. It's only 2-cell, so I do have the ability to heal on some floors here, and I would rather not have to use that, but if it comes to it, sure. Oh, it's just the Ramparts. Well, I do know that the Corrupted Prison leads to the Corrupted Ramparts, so yeah. But before I do that, this is not the right area to go to. It's here. I want to check out the shop, see if I can maybe grab another phaser to make this proper. Nope, not happening. Oh, well, whatever. Freezing is always good, and it'll be very effective in the Corrupted Prison and the Ramparts, because those areas, rough. Gonna be rough. As you can see, corrupted, meaning that, let's say texture. Finally. Let's say the texture that you get from the old sewers kind of everywhere. Corrupted in that way. New icons here. See that one looking really nice? By the way, I called it the magic boomerang in Terraria. It's the enchanted boomerang, and it's not as light of color as that, but you know. Pretty nice. What are the other ones? Symmetrical Lance, Hayabusa Gauntlets, and Tornado. So we'll go down to that. Okay, maybe not down. By the way, can I see what the newest... No, I want to see what the newest mutation was called. Probably like health or something. Oh, there you go. Tornado. Golden, blue. It's, I'm gonna have to do that eventually. That said, a just regular old one right now is not going to be doing me too much good. Let's go with you for right. Oh, it's broken. Dang. But yes, old sewers type corruption. It's corrupted in that way. And it's just built on top of the old sewers, so it's going to be working pretty much here. Ah! Yep, trackers that are throwing kunai. I'm gonna say that it's probably... I'm gonna say that the reason that it's, that this sort of enemy exists is that it's supposed to be a sort of, one of the... Oh, God. They are tenacious, too. Okay, thankfully they can't throw through those. But yeah, one of the reasons that I want to say that they created this sort of enemy is that it's... Oh! Some sort of super fast zombie. Ugh. No. Okay. Yeah, one of the reasons why I want to say they created this is because Inquisitors have gotten super... Oh, man, come on, Sonic Zombie. Inquisitors have gotten super popular because they want to have something that does projectile damage to enemies. Ugh. They want to have projectile damage to you, but they don't have the... Yeah. They don't have the, anything more than the Inquisitor, which is a pretty slow shot, and this guy goes much faster. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can already see how much more stressful this area is. Oh, come on. I shudder to think what it would be like on a higher cell difficulty. I mean, one of the things that will freak me out more than anything else when it comes to these runs is enemies that move very fast. Thankfully, I got good old... Oh. Yep. Oh, you might recognize that as the... there was a very short time during the... There was a very short time during... I don't remember which update that, very short time during it, I don't remember which update, but the incomplete one had a much larger shield that looked exactly like that. So you can see that they are recycling that, and that's probably the... what was it called? The, oh, new level chunklet. This is a kind of tough one. They've repurposed that, and this is probably the mobile AoE dealer that I saw in the name of enemies. Wow, sorry about commentary maybe not being the best in this episode. This is a kind of a thing. I'd like to remind you, only 2-cell difficulty right now. Also, I believe this is a new track. Oh, just take him down already. This is a new music track, I think. If there is one... I think that the corrupted prisons are probably the most... Oh, God, look at this. It's like Mario 1 hack level stuff. You know, with like the fire bars. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's just a regular zombie. Ah, crap. Oh, thank God that the phaser is so overpowered right now. This is exactly what I need to be able to take these dudes down easily. Nope. Ah, thankfully, don't seem to be doing too much damage to me, but I don't want to test them any more than I absolutely have to. Ah, there you go. Okay, what is... I didn't know they could teleport, too. That's a new wrinkle in the plot. Let me see. What do you got? Are you gonna teleport? I mean, obviously this is very, very buggy compared to what it's eventually going to be. If it is going to be anything. Oh, come on! If this is ever going to be anything, or if this is just something that is going to remain in sort of a limbo until they decide to totally scrap it or not. But I'm interested to see if I can get these guys to do as much as possible. Also surprised that it has not yet. Yeah, those dudes have the jump back mechanic that those dudes have the jump back mechanic that undead archers have when you get a little close to them. Oh, fun. What do you get? Oh, it's just a zombie. Yeah, regular zombie at this point I am not too worried about at all. Maybe I should have kept that survival for a little extra, well, survival. Do you happen to... No, I want to see if I can get another phaser, if anything. You know, I don't know if I'm actually taking a very little amount of damage right now, or if it's just that I'm so used to 4-cell mode at this point that taking anything less than half of your health and damage each time you get hit is a relatively little amount to me. Trackers! Well, they're not trackers. They're, I don't know, kunai throwers? Let's go with that. I want to say that they're probably not supposed to be trackers in some sort of final version. They just happen to look like trackers right now because they are. Because that is an already extant asset. Hi. Oh, okay, that didn't work as well as I wanted to. Yeah, compared to the Volt zombies, you guys are nothing. Oh, I'll take that. 75% reduction is always worth, well, at least considering. Thank you. It's always at least worth considering. Come on. Considering taking. I'll do a full clear of this area before tackling the corrupted ramparts. There's a whole new set of duders. So I'm looking forward. Well, look forward to that, or don't, or maybe you already skipped there with the timestamp. I have no idea. Ooh, I think this is also a new level chunklet, because this one seems unusually tough. Oh, ah! Wow. He hit me up into the air that much. Okay. Yeah, these dudes at least are no Volt zombies, because those guys, if I saw them in a later level, which, hey, guess what? I'm betting that they're going to be added in 4-cell difficulty or something later on. Oh, that'd just be nightmarish. This is... almost worth... I want to keep the damage reduction and the crowd control, because I think that's going to be a better option for me in the upcoming area versus a little extra killing power with that. Phaser! I will take another phaser, though, if you want to. Alright, come on. One more. Thank you. Well, I just said that I wanted to keep that damage reduction, but no, this is the phaser run. I want to do more phaser stuff. Corrupted Ramparts. Well, stressful. Pretty big area, too. I think it's a little bit larger than the normal prison depths, but it's definitely possible on 2-cell difficulty. Got the same sort of thing. For some reason, this dude in here, I don't necessarily know if the Forge Master is supposed to be here. Maybe what's going to happen is that Nah. I want to keep with what I got. It's kind of the ninja assassin sort of deal. I like it. Yeah, more health, more health. Got the teleport behind, got the assassin's dagger, got the kunai myself. I think it's a nice themed build that I got going here. You can already see this sort of difference. I think it looks super cool. Also should switch these around since that other one is doing more damage. Also, the moon looking way more threatening up there than it usually does. You might recognize this guy. Well, first off, this guy is a frost archer. He will freeze you. Here, hit me. Yep. But you might also recognize that particular sprite from some of the early... Oh, watch out, because I know if those guys actually hit you, it will crash the game. Yeah, you might recognize that sprite as being the beta version of the Undead Archers before they were changed for the kind of initial... Oh, that damage. Before they were changed for that kind of initial release of the game. Aside from that, I believe these other things are called bulls, which they look a little funky. That like big eyeball, not usually seen. They also have virtually no animation, which is a little goofy. And they seem to only go back and forth and attack you. I think that they're supposed to have some sort of gimmickry. Those things are called evil eyes. They work pretty much the exact same as flying biters, except they also shoot stuff at you. Oh, come on. Thankfully, they still apparently have a back. A lot of eye-based stuff. Yeah, I think that these dudes, the bulls, have some sort of gimmickry associated with them, which is why if I get hit by them, the game will crash because it's not yet implemented. Okay, that was close. Oh, these evil eyes are just the worst. As you can see, a lot of just, not a whole lot of damage, at least. Oh, man, I cannot get out of the way of these things. Makes me wonder if these things are using old art assets and that they were planning for a lot more... And that they were planning for a lot more eye-based enemies in the game. Obviously, the Watcher is in it, but... Aside from that, not too much for, like, mono... not too much for mono-eye sort of enemy types around here. And I think that the assets that these things may be using... Dashing zombies. And not just because they're very fashionable with that sort of color scheme. Watch out, because they will dash across, like, the entire... Check you out right now. They will dash across the entire area just to get to you. They are a thing. My God, the phaser is overpowered. I wasn't able to show that off a little bit earlier, but check that out now. Okay. A lot of kamikaze bats. Not a fan of that. Ah, and some of the immortal zombies. Oh, God. This is not the best. Okay. I kind of like to, but I'm going to stick with the phaser gimmickry that I'm going for right now. I've also seen elite versions of those evil eyes, which are just nightmarishly terrible to fight. At least I think the kunai, even though they're maybe not the most powerful version of weaponry that I could get right now, they're working pretty ridiculous. Working pretty effectively at taking these things out. Yeah, pretty much just elite super versions of biters. Probably using some sort of... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is actually a planned... Bye. I'm not sure if this is actually a planned... Like I said, obviously these archers are the beta version of the undead archers before they were changed up to what they look like now. Oh, great! I was just talking about you. Thankfully, phaser is working overtime. Oh, I hate these things so much. Yeah, these things may just be beta versions of enemies that are never actually planned to appear in the game, and they will have some sort of other sprite, other model with them eventually, but for right now they look like this. This is essentially a lot of... Oh, they do have a stunned the bulls apparently do have a stunned version, which is weird. I think those are bulls. Don't quote me on that one. Because I think I know that because it... Gotcha. I think I know that because it says... Because it says that a bull... Some sort of ability that a bull has crashed the game when it crashes, well, the game. Which, to be honest, not as many crashes as I was expecting right now. It's been surprisingly smooth going through the game right now. Oh, this is a new level chunklet, I think. Yeah. Watch out for those dudes. Okay, okay. No. Frost archers. It's a good idea. I like that. I think that of all of the enemies that are in here right now, it's those guys and the frost archers and the screamers that I want to see. What are screamers? Oh, you will see later. Give me an upgraded version for my weapon. Come on, I know you got one. Well, Well... yeah. And no... I know I'm losing out on the huge amount of critical damage that I'm getting, and it works so well with the phaser, but... God, the Spiteful Sword is just a good weapon, and it's decent for taking out those dudes too. The Evil Eyes, because it's a pretty fast weapon as well. Oh, I hate these things. Oh? What the? Oh, hello. The giant. Oh, ho, ho. Hey, I did not expect it. Yes. All right. That was not expected. Actually, is anything else up here? No, okay. What a good looking area. I mean, it's mostly the same as the Ramparts. You can see that I can't believe I got the giant killer. That's amazing. So our Evil Eye is going to be dropping it normally. It's not considered a rare weapon. I'm sure it was just put in the game at some point. Or that Allah probably put it in the game. Oh, you know I am going to get that weapon. Well, there is no question. I've been wanting to use that one for a while. And now it has a proper icon along with it, too. Cool. And I think that will also... because this is going to be the same... Come on. This is going to be the same game file that I'm using, so I think I'll be able to keep this one even in the... well, until they update the game again, and I lose the save file. Because that's how experimental game files go. Ah, that's too bad. Doop-a-doo. Nothing happening too much here. It's everyone's favorite starter boss. Totally dunked on here. Oh, come on. Whatever, critical hits for days. Well, it should go without saying that there's no way that I'm going to get the time door for this area, which is too bad, but... maybe some other day. No. I'm getting the giant killer for right now. I want this weapon. Looks like a big spear of some kind. I don't know. Next big content area is going to be coming up. It's going to be the castle, so if you just want to skip that, I would not blame you. But aside from that, I know that on 4-cell difficulty, there are now cannibals in here along with everything else because the cannibals have just infested the entire game on 4-cell difficulty. Doesn't seem to be the case here, though. So if you don't want it just ludicrously difficult, I would recommend sticking to a couple of the earlier boss cells until the game comes out proper and maybe is a bit more balanced. Or maybe not, I don't know. Not a whole lot of people doing... Oh, you are dead. Well, I mean, you're still dead. Just give me a second. Oh, okay, fine. Phaser and phaser, single hit, single kill. 9,000 damage in one hit. Okay, no, and... didn't get the phaser proper. Nope. I love just using it and getting a one hit, one kill. It's great. What else is happening? Oh, I'm gonna definitely have to grab those. Gonna definitely have to grab those cells up there too. Tempting, but no. Yes, good. I will come back for that when I got the cash, which shouldn't be too long. Oh, I guess I dropped him on top of the... God, why am I not remembering the name now? Hello? What? I didn't activate that. Stupid beta version. Yeah, I dropped on top of the catcher there is what I'm trying to say. Jeez. 2 hits, 1 kill. I'll take it. Yeah, let's just start this up right now. Get this party started. And I want those cells, yeah. Aside from that, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go for traditional... Thank you. I'm just going to go for the traditional route through the clock tower because I don't want it to be too... Ooh. I know that in 2-cell door you get a curse chest, and I don't know if I want to deal with that right now. I would rather have a run that I know I can win than the maximum amount of stats. Okay, good. Golem did not see me. This one did, though. Oh, yes! 13k damage in 1 hit. And I guess I do have 16 brutality, but that's not that much. Sepulchre, no thanks. I'll go down here. Should be the clock tower then. Oh, and I did get those cells, right? I don't think I got those cells. Forgetting entirely what I'm doing as I'm going through here. So I'm going to say that any sort of... This whole corrupted mode thing is awesome. I love being able to... One of the big things that has drawn me to playing Dead Cells so much is not just that it is a fantastic, awesome, amazing game that controls like a dream and has a lot of replayability to it. The fact that I started up this channel with the idea of, okay, Dead Cells, you'll fancy yourself like Dark Souls, eh? Well, I'll be the judge of that. And then it totally delivered on the whole idea of having the challenge runs and everything associated with it. I've said before that I patterned that pretty much exactly after other Dark Souls players, like Distortion 2 was a big inspiration since he's done a lot of single weapon runs. Please, 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 give it to me right now. Oh, I'm gonna take it. Oh, nice. Yeah, Distortion 2, Lobos Jr., all of those sort of very popular Dark Souls players that do a lot of crazy challenge runs, all that sort of stuff. And I said, hey, if this game wants to be Dark Souls, I'm going to see if I can... 2 times damage denial wave. Yeah, because you use denial wave for damage. I'm going to try to do the exact same thing with this game. As much as I like Dark Souls, there are already enough people doing that. And the fact that it has been able to deliver on that is just incredible. But the other thing that I love... Fun. But the other thing that I love about it so much is the fact that I can... that it is constantly being updated. There's constantly new things here, new stuff to do, new places to see, new... So What's Wrong Taking the Back Street, etc., and so forth. And... Oh, this is not great. Why are you doing so much damage, dude? Oh, right. 1% health, etc. Ugh, man. Yeah, the constant new updates that this game is getting. And the fact that now somebody is taking the time to... I'll get an upgraded version of the Giant Killer on the next floor because I'll be going to the Foundry. Well, okay, so not quite the next floor, but close. And, oh god, look at that health. The fact that people are now even mining out the extra data to make it so that there are even more updates is amazing. I love it so much. I want to see more stuff like the Crafted Edition. I want to see proper mods come out for this game. Nothing would make me happier. So as of right now, I know that this is just what's kind of left either on the cutting room floor or stuff that's going to be implemented later, but the fact that it's something new is just great. I love it so much. Never really think of phaser as something that you use to... I like that this is... Ah, crap! like that this is apparently considered a... Thank you. This is apparently considered a survival weapon along with brutality. I think that when the Giant Killer gets implemented into the game, gets a proper implementation into the game. Oh, great. Elite Tracker. This is the nightmare scenario. Okay. Oh, it hurts not having this fully upgraded. Yeah, when this gets fully implemented into the game, I think it's going to be one of the best... Hi. Knock, knock. It's Knuckles. Oh, it's going to be one of the best survival weapons to take. I already think that... And although it got recently nerfed now that you can't get the symmetrical lance. And although the symmetrical lance got recently nerfed because you can't use it for... Yeah, screw it. I'm out of here. I got phasers. You can't use it to destroy background objects to get the critical hits anymore, which made it way too good. But it's like Giant Killer and this weapon may be some of the best options to take for... Yeah, I actually like the loadout that I'm working with for mutations right now. For a survival run, which I'm totally down with. Survival has been kind of underpowered since it was overpowered back in the Brutal update. Ho ho! Yes! That's a spicy meatball! God, it's everything I wanted out of the Giant Killer. And done. Sayonara. And this is the 100% unupgraded version of this. Of course, the Assassin also doesn't have a whole ton of health to her name, but hey, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth here. And unfortunately, that's all I'm going to be getting for right now, so work on Acid Nerves, which is the better one. It's you. You're also the one that's not going to... I have been seeing this affix appear way too often lately. I don't know what the deal with that is. Oh, yeah, I didn't get hit at all. Chalk another dance up here. Okay, timestamp, and let's go to the castle. Few new enemies appearing in here now. Hopefully I'll be able to get a good look at all of them. Lancers, everyone's favorite, but also these guys. Wandering Pyramids. Also, first off, second off, yep, and you can see that when they die, they leave their little pyramid on the ceiling. And you can see that the actual enemy is not the pyramid itself, it's like a little unanimated spider-type creature, which then grows a new thing. So pretty much it's a bunch of Boshis that I'm fighting here. And they can be elite too, I have seen that. Which, how does that even make sense? I don't know. Don't ask me. Alright, Alchemic Laboratory, sure. I think that... Ow. Hey, come on. Also, that's some pretty big stun time that they got there, too. Hey. This is an interesting little level chunklet. I think this one might be new. I think that this one might be one that I can't get out of. Oh, that's no good. Crap. Okay, I do have... Okay, thank God. I do have the 3-time jump in the air. That's what saved me there. Oh. This is not great. This is not great. Oh. And hey, there's an elite version of the Walking Pyramid with an E. Because it's French. No, that says bull on touch. Maybe that character is a bull. I have no idea. All right, let's get back in there. Oh, there's a good look at the opening there too, which was also changed. Dead cells. It's what are you talking about? You can't. Oh, don't tell me that. I'll end the episode right here. You don't you test me, game. I mean, I think that you've seen everything except for the Screamer. Okay, yeah, it's done. Okay, well, anyway, the Screamer... Well, I don't know. The Screamer works a lot like the... What it does is when you attack it... If I give it another second here... The Screamer, once you attack it, it'll say that you well, it looks like a little miniature version of the... Looks like a miniature version of the mechanical spider. When you attack it, it says that you frighten the Screamer, just sort of like the witches in Left 4 Dead. And then it will teleport away from you. You're given a prompt to go kill it. It'll teleport away from you. And after it has like 10 seconds of uninterrupted running away, what it'll do is it'll turn into an elite version of itself, attack, or spawn a bunch of enemies, and then you have to fight it like an elite version. And it'll do a bunch of like ground pound things where it'll summon up AoE attacks from the ground. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's another version of the mechanical spider using one of the original versions of the mechanical spider's abilities, the ground pound. But I don't know if I can show it here. Yeah, it's done. All right, well, maybe I'll be checking out a little bit more of Corrupted Edition later, but for right now, I think it's about finished.